I still got it at 50-50. Benavidez good, but Canelo is, you know what I mean, great. We just got to see the fight, man.
Terence Crawford, does he have an opportunity to beat Canelo?
I think if anybody has a chance to beat Canelo, I think it's Terence Crawford. His IQ is on another level. He's a great fighter and he's strong. It's just that it's a lot of weight. I wouldn't be surprised if Terence Crawford wins. Wouldn't be surprised if he loses. Terence Crawford, when he went up against the best opposition, like Earl Spence, he showed what level he's on, what type of dog he is. I don't know. You really have to let these fights play out to see what happens. He might get hurt. That might activate him to come back strong.
Could you still make 68?
I don't want to make 68.
No, I know you don't. Terence wins 68.
Yeah, well, if that's, yeah, I can make one.
Terence Crawford over the past few years. Z has been one of the most vocal fighters calling out Canelo Alvarez now in a surprising move. Benavidez has Terence Crawford's training camp seemingly taking a different route to get back at Canelo. The two stars were seen training together, exchanging strategies and breaking down what they each believe is the best way to beat the Mexican superstar. Crawford, who's preparing for a potential showdown with Canelo, has been studying fighters like Dmitry Bivol, both of whom found success against Alvarez using slick movement and sharp counters. Those styles aren't foreign to Crawford, who's known for his adaptability and high ring IQ. Terence Crawford's, the other hand, brings a different perspective. Unlike less mobile but makes up for it with relentless pressure and volume punching. While their approaches vary, both fighters seem to agree that Canelo can be beaten with the right plan. When reporters asked if
Crawford throwing his hat in to want to fight Canelo at 168.
I mean, everybody wants to fight Canelo. It's a money fight, you know what I mean? I think even Inoue would come up to fight Canelo if Canelo wanted to fight him. I mean, I don't want to see Crawford to fight Canelo, to be honest with you.
Crawford would take a Benavidez-style approach against Canelo, he dismissed the idea of copying anyone going in with, "My own set of skills know how to adapt. I'll make adjustments depending on how the fight unfolds." Crawford respects Benavidez's game plan, but he's bringing his own playbook to the ring.
It would be, I'm not saying it wouldn't be a great fight, it would be a great fight, but I feel like if I deserve my opportunity. And after this fight, what else are you gonna say?
It's one style Terence Crawford going in, with two hands and a whole arsenal of ideas. If Benavidez's approach can be added to mine, why not? Canelo's a great fighter, so I need every tool possible. Isn't short on opinions when it comes to Canelo Alvarez. After spending over 4 years chasing a fight with him and preparing for every possible version of the Mexican champion, Benavidez has developed a deep understanding of Canelo's strengths and weaknesses. Now that Crawford is stepping up to face Canelo, Benavidez hasn't hesitated to share his thoughts on how the clash might unfold.
You know what I mean? This is a tough fight. You know, the top WBC, the top people ranked at WBC are fighting each other. So I mean, it should be an easy call. If I can't get those fights, then I'll go up to fight Bivol, or I'll go try to, I set my conquest on 175.
Terence Crawford recently stepped up to the 154-pound division, where he secured a decision win over Israel Madrimov to claim the WBO interim super welterweight title. With an unblemished record of 41-0, Crawford continues to prove why he's considered one of boxing's elite. On the other side stands Canelo Alvarez, a modern-era legend with a professional record of 60-2. He most recently defeated Edgar Berlanga at super middleweight, further cementing his dominance in the division. While David Benavidez praised Crawford's technical brilliance, he raised concerns about Crawford's ability to carry his power into the higher weight classes especially.
Canelo and Crawford looks like it's going to come to fruition in September. What are your thoughts on that battle?
I have nothing to say. It's a good fight. It's a good fight. I wish both of them the best.
All right, next question over here.
Do you use that for motivation? Like Canelo's
I definitely do use that as motivation, because if I was such an easy fighter and target, he would have came and beat me already. Just for him not fighting me lets me know how dangerous I am.
Against someone as strong and experienced as Canelo, for Crawford to challenge the Mexican superstar, he'll need to move up yet again and prove he can compete with the best at 168. In a recent interview, David Benavidez didn't hold back in praising Terence Crawford. "To be honest with you, Crawford is one of the best technical fighters I've ever seen," he said when he moved up to 154. "I'm not saying he struggled, but he didn't have the same power he had at 147, and to face Canelo, he'd have to go up 2 or 3 more weight classes. Crawford is special, no doubt, but weight classes exist for a reason."
Everybody wants to fight Canelo. It's a money fight. You know what I mean? I think even Inoue would come up to fight Canelo. Canelo wanted to fight him. I mean, I don't want to see Crawford to fight Canelo, to be honest with you. But it would be. I'm not saying it wouldn't be a great fight. It would be a great fight. But I feel like if I deserve my opportunity, and and after this fight,
I give the edge to Canelo. Crawford has spent most of his career at welterweight, and jumping up to super middleweight would be a massive leap. Meanwhile, Benavidez has long been considered one of the few fighters capable of truly testing Canelo's dominance at 168 pounds, despite years of anticipation. A dream clash between the two Mexican warriors has yet to come to life. The big question now is whether Terence Crawford's speed, skill, and technical brilliance can overcome Canelo Alvarez's power and physicality.
You know, it would be embarrassing for me to even ask for a fight with Terence Crawford, you know, with David Benavidez. Come on, you know, it's embarrassing, you know. It's like me trying to go to fight Usyk. Come on, bro, you know. It's a big difference. Canelo's too big for Terence Crawford, you know. It's all about money. I think that Canelo does not need to fight for belts. He could go and do exhibitions and he'll make the same money that he's making, because at the end of the day, you know, he's Canelo. He's worked so.
David Benavidez long rumored for a potential showdown with Canelo since 2023. Though the fight never came to fruition, has now made his stance clear on the looming clash between Crawford and the unified super middleweight champion. It's worth remembering that David Benavidez was once the mandatory challenger for Canelo Alvarez's WBC title. However, after failing to reach an agreement with the Mexican superstar, Benavidez chose to move up to light heavyweight, a decision he discussed during an interview on Asterisk, the Ariel Helwani show. Despite their history, Benavidez recently shared
now is Benavidez. If you see my resume, I fought with everybody, so I don't have anything to say to that people, because they never gonna understand that, because they see but they don't want to understand. So I'm happy with what I'm doing, and I'm gonna still doing.
You also said Benavidez brings nothing to the table outside of 20.
Shared his thoughts on the potential showdown between Canelo and Terence Crawford, appearing to lean slightly in Crawford's favor. It's a good fight for both of them, he said, but I think it means more to Crawford than anyone. If there's anyone out there who can beat Canelo
on fight night, David said he's open to a rehydration clause.
And then what?
Is that
and then what? You're gonna talk about that clause, and when I beat him, they gonna say, oh, they put me that clause. So nothing to do with that fight.
Seems like a rehydration clause would put you in a lose-lose situation too.
Yeah.
Hello. I think it's Crawford when asked to rate Crawford's chances of beating Canelo on a scale of 1 to 10. Benavidez responded, I give him a 7 out of 10. Crawford's that good, and I think it's been known for a while now that he's planning to fight Canelo. He's been steadily moving up in weight, so I'm sure he's been preparing his body for this moment for a long, long time. There's no doubt that this is the toughest test of Terence Crawford's illustrious career, having already made history by becoming an undisputed champion at both super lightweight and welterweight. Crawford now aims to etch his name even deeper into boxing history.
They're gonna, after the fight, they're gonna talk because of this.
But there also doesn't appear to be anyone at 168 pounds outside of Benavidez that could bring you the money you're looking for.
No, but because I don't, you know, I fought with any fighter and I win my good money. So, and I can do whatever I want in this time. I deserve it because I did everything in
history. A win over Canelo Alvarez wouldn't just add another title to his resume. It would be the defining moment of his legacy. David Benavidez's 7 out of 10 rating for Crawford reflects both.
In front of you right now, what would you say to him?
I'm not scared of nobody. I've hurt everybody that's been in front of me, and Canelo's no different. And I will hurt him too, and I'll take all his belts. It's crazy that he asked for 150 million or 200 million to fight me, but he still has the nerve to say that I don't bring nothing to the table. So if I didn't bring nothing to the table, why are you asking for more money than you won in your whole career if I don't mean anything? Maybe after he gets that money, he can buy himself a pair of balls, you know?
With respect and realism, he sees Crawford as a legitimate threat, but not the clear favorite. His comments underscore just how much this fight means for Crawford. and the monumental opportunity it presents for the veteran to shock the world once again. Benavidez expects a competitive bout, one where game plans, discipline, and adaptability will be crucial,